From Acton Town to Wimbledon, from Brixton to beyond, come love your London with us and sing with us this song. There's no more smog, but we've a vlog to brighten up your day. Come love your London with us from Kew to Haringey. Come out with us and play. Love your London. Have a banana.
So this is probably the most important day of the year so far. Today is the 12th of April. Now this is the day when normality is beginning to creep back at last. It's the day that the pubs are open. Got to do something to try and get this country back to normal. So we're off to Genesis, which is the cinema on Mile End. They've just opened a new beer garden. We're going to go there. We're going to meet up with our friend,
with our
Stuart.
support bubble friend.
Yeah, he's part of our support bubble, Stuart, and we're going to really look forward to this drink more than any other. We've not been to the pub since the 3rd of November last year.
What? You're filming me doing...
Yes, yeah.
Well, not that I expect to touch my face, but you never know. If something flew into my eye, it would be a reflex, wouldn't it? Absolute habit. I pour it on everything, including our groceries.
Woo! We're going to the pub, we're going to the pub, we're going to the pub. We're going to the pub.
Going left, yes?
Yeah.
There you are. Go, yellow, go.
Okay. So we're on the green for a few seconds for everyone else. Yeah, we're going right. We'll have to... Okay. Catbird, just there.
All right. I know that place. That's familiar.
That's the, yes, the blind beggar. You may remember that Sharon drew.
Oh, Mr. Simpkins, that was wonderful. I'm sure I'll never get my jaws off as slickly as that.
Okay, so we've docked the bikes. I'm going to give you the camera back. Let's go.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, upside down, mask, upside down.
I should have said. Branding. Always be vigilant. Okay. Haha. Hello, mate.
Half sarcastic Genesis Cinema on Mile End Road.
We've dressed for the occasion.
Yeah, look, we're all look, I got mine on.
Yeah, man.
Oh, cool.
Free temperature check.
Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent. I've missed those.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? You okay?
I'm alright, yep.
Table 12.
Table 12, yes. No worries, okay. When that is ready.
Okay, so this is part of the check-in procedure, which I suppose we're all going to have to get used to now.
Know how long.
Even just like ordinary spit and sawdust pubs are going to have this for a little while. It'll hopefully go back to normal soon, but
I'm not sure it's the first time we've done it. I didn't put that
fantastic. Yeah, we can take these off now. After many months of hurt, as from today, 12th of April 2021, pubs and bars in England can open to the public as long as they are seated outside. The Genesis doesn't have a beer garden, but they have a car park, which they have turned into a makeshift beer garden they are calling The Yard. However, the 60% of venues that have no outdoor space at all are having to wait until the 17th of May when drinking indoors is allowed again, or sell takeaway pints in plastic glasses for people to drink on the move.
Greetings, get some rays, man.
Lovely. First day of freedom.
Oh, first day of freedom.
Yeah.
Oh dear, the bottle of alcohol exploded. Well, not alcohol, this
It's mostly.
hand sanitizer gel.
Yeah, so everything is very clean at the moment.
It's just, oh
That's
dear.
fine, I'll let it evaporate. That's what it
Let
does.
it evaporate, but
Yeah, I just hope your lighter's not going to work for a while, and I wouldn't try it if I were you.
no.
Tristán made a boo-boo. Don't let it just, I'll just
I'll get a bottle. Stuart, I'll get a bottle.
Here we go. Women's work. It's never done. All right, let's just put this in the sun to dry, maybe on the corner of the table.
It's gone to Australia, it's gone to South Africa, it's in Belgium, Holland, France, Germany, everything. It's been nice.
We're doing a vlog about
All about London.
London. Love your London. Hello. Sorry?
Usual local one London or first time in London?
No. We live in London.
Take it with you.
Yeah, we do a vlog, a weekly vlog about living in London.
Lockdown has really put paid to our content, but hey.
So we're doing a little thing about being back in the pub at last. 'Cause I haven't been to a pub since the 3rd of November.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's been a long time. I didn't go during the Christmas break. Looking forward to this. This is mine.
Let's get them in the air here. People, let's just do this.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, clink, clink, clank, or rather thunk, thunk.
Black.
A bit of plastic. Okay.
Yay.
And down the hatch. Woo!
You're next.
Boy, that tastes a lot better outdoors.
There you go.
Boy, oh boy, that is tasty.
My word.
So we're now off to the Rough Trade East.
Brick Lane.
Off to Rough Trade East and Brick Lane.
We're back on Brick Lane.
Back on Brick Lane.
Here we are.
Off to Rough Trade East.
A nice brisk bike ride.
Yep. Oh, it's just nice to be back, isn't it? Nice to be back. And now we're going to the Truman Brewery, where we've had a few episodes. There's going to be a link at the end if you want to see some of our. If you want to see some of our Truman episodes, let me just take this opportunity now, though, to tell you we rely on you to share these videos, to stick them on your social media pages, and to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Because otherwise, we don't know whether our stuff is being appreciated or not. And we also need to reach that magic number of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. So
the lockdown has really, I think, kind of put paid to some of that. We may or may not make it, but thanks to those of you that have been watching and subscribing, it's a big thumbs up to you. But we're going to do our best to try and get some content now for you.
There's one more episode of Muswell Hill to come, and then we start on Alperton, which is really exciting. We've already started scripting, working out exactly where we're going to be going. Also, by the way, if you do want to support us financially, we have Patreon. We have Patreon. Patreon is an online funding tool. We've got 2 fantastic patrons already, Kate and Thomas. Anyway, so yeah, let's check out venue number 2. Oh, and our other income revenue stream is via Sharon's artwork. Her pen and ink drawing of Alexandra Palace is currently on eBay. Link is in the description below. Though if you're watching this video after the 19th of April, you're too late.
When you gotta go, you can't say no. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Congrats, you are not looking at your phone. And there's some broccoli from Mr. Broccoli. Adrian Boswell. There'll be a link in the description as well as at the end of this video where you can see our interview with Adrian Boswell, the Broccoli Man, from last summer. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Nice to see places open again, happy, smiling people. It's been a long wait. It's been a very long wait. Here we are, rough trade. Ah, Rough Trade East, our local record shop, sorely missed. Unfortunately, the song in the background is flagging up some copyright issues, so I'm doing a voiceover, but as you can see, there's every genre you can wish for, all under one roof. So you got here already?
Hey.
Well, how come you got here before us?
Yeah, we got here just 2 minutes before you.
Wow.
Long enough for me to find a Little Kim record I want to take home and blast the neighbours with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Hey?
That's your
Yeah.
My infamous record. I was a teenage spaceman.
Okay.
Support your businesses.
Yeah, so we
No, I
just...
wouldn't call Rough Trade isn't exactly a small business, but
No.
it needs help.
Yeah.
Everyone needs help, and we bought a couple records.
So
now
what we
all
got?
we need to do is get a
them out.
turntable again, but those are easy to come by. So I bought something on sale for £5. I do like my uplifting house and techno.
And I got some psych
Boy got some
from Chile.
Chilean psych.
Folaxoid.
There you go.
And it's there's a double LP.
Two records for $14.99. Can't go wrong for those prices.
Acton Town to Wimbledon, from Brixton to beyond. Love your London, have a banana.